A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, a federal judge has taken a strong stance against the Trump administration regarding the wrongful deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Salvadoran native who has been living in Maryland with his family. U.S. District Judge Paula Zines has ordered government officials to answer questions under oath, highlighting what she describes as a willful refusal by the administration to comply with court orders. This case has drawn significant attention as it raises critical questions about immigration policy and the treatment of individuals facing deportation. Kilmar Abrego Garcia was deported to El Salvador in March, despite a 2019 court order that barred his deportation due to fears of persecution. The Trump administration claimed he was affiliated with the notorious MS-13 gang, a label that has immense implications for his legal status in the U.S. However, both Garcia's wife and attorney have vehemently denied these allegations. Judge Zines has expressed frustration with the Justice Department's handling of the case, specifically criticizing their vague and evasive responses to discovery requests. In a recent ruling, she stated, "Given that this court expressly warned defendants and their counsel to adhere strictly to their discovery obligations, their boilerplate, non-particularized objections are presumptively invalid and reflect a willful refusal to comply with this court's discovery order and governing rules." The judge's order comes after the Trump administration filed a sealed motion asking for a 7-day pause on the discovery process. This request was met with skepticism from the judge, who has been pushing for expedited responses to understand the administration's actions regarding Garcia's deportation and ongoing detention in El Salvador. Garcia's case has become emblematic of broader issues within the U.S. immigration system. After fleeing gang violence in El Salvador as a teenager, Garcia entered the United States illegally but was granted a withholding order in 2019, which should have protected him from deportation. His deportation has sparked outrage among advocates who argue that the administration is prioritizing its tough stance on immigration over the rights and safety of individuals like Garcia. Judge Zines has ordered the Justice Department to provide more specific legal and factual bases for their claims of privilege in avoiding certain discovery requests. This includes a demand for evidence supporting their allegations of gang affiliation, which the judge has stated cannot simply be asserted without proof. Defendants cannot invoke the moniker of MS-13 as responsive to the court's previous order, then object to follow-up interrogatories seeking the factual basis for the same, she wrote. The situation has been further complicated by the administration's shifting narratives. While officials have admitted that Garcia's deportation was due to an administrative error, they are now fighting to maintain his detention based on the gang allegations. This has led to a clash between the judicial system and the executive branch, with the Supreme Court recently affirming Judge Zines' ruling that the administration must facilitate Garcia's return to the U.S. As the legal battle continues, advocates for Garcia are calling for transparency and accountability from the Trump administration. They argue that the government's actions not only affect Garcia's life but also set a concerning precedent for how deportation cases are handled in the future. The case has attracted attention from lawmakers, including Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen, who recently traveled to El Salvador to meet with Garcia and advocate for his return. In summary, the wrongful deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia has highlighted significant flaws in the U.S. immigration system, raising urgent questions about due process and the treatment of individuals facing deportation. As the legal proceedings unfold, the implications of this case will likely resonate far beyond Garcia's individual circumstances, potentially impacting countless others caught in the crosshairs of immigration enforcement. The coming days will be critical as both the court and the Trump administration navigate this complex and contentious issue. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.